Chapter 14 of Deuteronomy. Don't gash yourself if someone dies, or shave your head, like was the custom of your ancestors, because you are my people now and I won't have it. Don't eat abhorrent things. Moses goes over what can be eaten, like back before the manna years, to let the kids know. It's all a repeat of a repeat. So I'll take the opportunity to not talk about the rules and question the question. Where would we be without all our random written rules of subordination to a fabricated lie? Where would we be is not believing the holiness of kings, queens, corporations, priests, and all the other names for megalomaniac, I use that word a lot, don't I? Wealth hoarders. And we would know that the third world is everywhere and it is time to decentralize and find other wealth. Forget gold and silver. Just ignore it. Plant a tree. Believe that there are still no gods. We will become them. Life evolving. What matters and what has meaning is how we choose to perceive and explain it. Moses, your Lord God, was a madfucker, or a story of many madfuckers. The somewhat tedious story illustrates the danger of militant enforcement of random rules. Rules must always be amended or abandoned. Each time we learn more, we must adapt our rules to fit our social evolution. The animal with the written language has found himself in a big universe. Frightening, true, but it helps not to ignore it. Moses also repeated tax rules and feeding of Levites and whatnot. Feed the hungry, and be nice to the other Israelites and sometimes even aliens, meaning foreigners. Verse 25, you may convert them into money, not the aliens, crops and livestock, referring to one of the ritual holidays. If you have to travel a long distance and carrying a cow is simply out of the question, carry a bag of money. Verse 26, and spend the money on anything you want, cattle, sheep, wine, or other intoxicant, or anything you may desire, and you shall feast there in the presence of the Lord your God and rejoice with your household. End quote. That was a quote right out of the Bible. Translated loosely, Lord your God equals fire. Go camping with the whole family, make a fire and have a party. Enjoy a bit of your time here in paradise. Paradise refers to the planet Earth. For life creatures, there is no place like it in this corner of the galaxy. Now this is a really weird chapter. It tells you to go have a party. Now they get parties a few times a year, but the whole idea is just to go and have fun. Now there's no reason we can't do a little bit of that more often. I mean, in this country they like to do it every weekend and get pissed drunk and run through the streets and scream and yell, but I'm not sure if it's the best bet. I think we got to come to the point where we work to make money no more than 20 hours a week. And if somebody wants to work more for any other reason, most people would come around and think, well, maybe I'll write a book, maybe I'll learn the guitar, maybe I'll run a marathon, anything. A little bit of life, you know? Not just 4 times a year having a party and get really sloppy drunk. And there's nothing new here. Oh, one other point that we have to repeat over and over is we've been so brainwashed to believe that the kings and the queens and the priests and the lawyers are all ordained by God. It is not true. They have lied. Religion is a lie. Religion is a bald-faced lie. They're all very similar. They're all based on astrology. And they're all based on each other. And it's always this guy came and this guy came. And I mean, Jesus Christ is a personification of the Son. And it's easy to see once you read it. And you don't have to be told beforehand. You can actually not know anything about astrology. Read the Bible a few times and start wondering about astrology. That's how much astrology is in these books. And what is astrology? Astrology is random references. Completely random references. What the stars have for an influence on us, my guess is very little. What has a big influence on us is the planet Earth, because we live on it. It gives us life. It gave us our life. It gives everything its life. The sun, gives life. The moon supports life with its making of tides. This is a big part of evolution, some people believe, and it definitely puts motion into the earth. I mean, paradise can't be like a fluffy little place where alligators eat flowers. It doesn't work that way. Alligators eat meat, and so do tigers and wolves. They eat meat. So a paradise isn't going to be easy. It's not going to be like a holiday. A paradise has to be hard enough that evolution is necessary. And without evolution being necessary, we wouldn't get to this point, which is a long, long way from the water that we started out in. And it's a long, long way to where we end up if we keep doing it. And we've got to a point now where we can manipulate our own evolution. We can decide, well, we don't want to die when we're 100, so let's invest, instead of in war, let's invest in science and medicine. And instead of pumping 8 billion a day into the stock market so it doesn't crash, pump in 6 billion a day and pump in 2 billion to NASA. Get us on the bloody moon, for fuck's sakes. What do we gotta get off this fucking planet. Not just because the planet's run out, but because it's our nature. We have to keep going, and staying here we'll kill ourselves. We're just too fucking neurotic. So we gotta go to the next stage. Most people, of course, who end up in space will be born there, but we still have to make the move. We still have to be moving. And right now we're stagnant, fucking around with bullshit. Kill your television. It is very, very important not to be watching television. Don't go to church. Don't read magazines. Look at the pictures if you want, but they're bullshit as well, most of them. We've got to get back to real reality in the here and now. The here and now is where it's happening, and it's not a fairy tale. It's for real. And we've got to get the real and reel into it, or we're going to miss it, and the air is going to be gone, and the water is going to be all polluted, and we're going to think to ourselves, where did we fuck up? Well, we fucked up everywhere, so get busy and have a nap.